Apparently, I'm not done learning this, which is annoying because I really thought I'd already learned it. I thought I'd understood it. I thought I'd moved through it. I thought I'd integrated it. And then this week, while sitting down trying to organize my projects, my health, my work, my podcast, my life, I found myself staring at something I thought I already knew. And apparently, I wasn't done learning it after all.
This is practically mindful shit. Loving myself while I'm losing it. Missing all.
So this week, I created a priority planner. Not because I wanted to become more productive, not because I suddenly discovered discipline. Actually, it was kind of the opposite. I was feeling the weight of everything I wanted to do. The podcast, the companion, the website, work, health, household stuff, future projects, ideas, all the things. And I found myself doing what I think a lot of us do. I was mentally carrying everything at the same time, not doing everything, carrying everything. There's a difference. And while I was sorting through it, I remembered a conversation from a while back when I was struggling after a difficult situation at work. I remember feeling hurt, disappointed, dysregulated. I didn't know how to show up. I didn't know how to be there. And during that conversation, this framework emerged: stabilize, express, act. And I remember thinking, that's good. I even thought it might become a course someday. But this week, while looking at my planner, I realized something. I don't think I understood the first step as well as I thought I did. Because if you'd asked me what stabilizing was, I probably would have said something about feeling better, fixing my vibration, getting myself together, getting back on track, being okay enough to move forward. But now, I'm not so sure. I think I was treating stabilization like a waiting room, like the place you sit until you're finally ready to start making progress. But what if stabilization counts? What if resting counts? What if simplifying counts? What if creating order counts? What if slowing down counts? What if making room counts? What if stabilizing isn't what happens before progress? What if stabilizing is progress? Because when a snow globe gets shaken up, you don't immediately start analyzing the picture inside. You wait. You let things settle. You let the water clear. You let the pieces find their place. Not because nothing is happening, but because something important is happening. And I think that's what I've been learning lately. Not just with planners, not just with projects, not just with work, with life. Because there are seasons where we're building, and there are seasons where we're healing, and there are seasons where trying to do both at the same time. Those are the tricky ones. Because when you're trying to do both at the same time, it can feel like you're constantly behind. You look around and think, I should be further along. I should have finished more. I should have figured this out by now. I should be producing more. But what if that's not actually the assignment? What if the assignment right now is an acceleration? What if it's stabilization? Because when I look honestly at my life, I can see all these places where I've been trying to create something that feels safe. A safer schedule, a safer body, a safer home, a safer relationship with myself, a safer way of moving through my days. And for some reason, I've been acting like that work doesn't count. Like it only counts once it produces something, a finished project, a launch, a result, a measurable outcome. But maybe stability is an outcome. Maybe creating enough room to breathe is an outcome. Maybe creating enough room to hear yourself is an outcome. And apparently, I'm not done learning that. So if you're listening to this and you've been feeling like you're behind, maybe pause for a second. Not to convince yourself that everything is perfect, not to force gratitude, not to fix your vibration, just to ask yourself, what if some of the things I've been dismissing are actually the work? What if the rest counts? What if the organizing counts? What if the grieving counts? What if the simplifying counts? What if the boundary counts? What if the breath counts? What if the thing that feels slow is actually creating the conditions for everything else? Because apparently, some lessons don't come back because you failed them. They come back because there's another layer. And maybe that's where I am. Learning that stabilization isn't the waiting room before life begins. Sometimes it's the thing that allows life to happen at all. That's it for today's P.M.S. episode. I'm Stacy, because really, mindfulness shows up in the everyday, the small, simple things that end up being the most profound. Until next time, pour it, sip it, breathe it, live it.
This is practically mindful shit. Pour it, sip it, breathe it, live it.